Hey y'all, back at it again. So this is November part 2. Let's get into what sold at $40 or more. I'll go in order of price sold. So starting, computer malfunction. Starting at $40 and going up to the highest, which happens to be $300 in this video. So this one I think is going to be my longest. I think we have 27 items to go through, which is great. This ended up being a really good sales month. So let's get to it. Number 1. This is by the brand Everlane. It is a new sweater and it is the No Sweat waffle sweater in dark sage. Let's see. So I had listed this at $80. Within 10 days, someone sent me an offer for $40. I think I did look up comps right then and decided that it was kind of a big range and I was falling within that range, so I was fine with it. My cost of goods were $14, so this left me with $18. And this is a men's sweater. It was a really nice one for sure. Number 2. This one took a while. So it took 260 days. I got this via liquidation. I don't know that I would have picked it up myself. The brand is Lauren Ralph Lauren. I know that Lauren Ralph Lauren can do well. I don't know what sells quickly in this brand. I've probably picked it up a handful of times, and each time it hasn't been the quickest. I think one time there was a rather quick sale, and the rest of the times it's been rather slow to sell. It does sell, and I still get a profit, which is great, but I would prefer a little bit quicker of a flip. So this one took 260 days and I had listed it at $60. It was new with tags. My cost of goods were $18. Someone sent an offer, I don't know, maybe $35. And then this is on eBay and they ended up paying $43.65, including shipping. So that left me with $11.42. I'd prefer this to be a little bit higher, especially if it's taking up inventory space for 260 days. Number 3. These were some jeans that I got from another reseller in a box, and they were missing, I think these ones were missing their button to like close the fly, so I ended up just buying some off of Amazon and added those. It didn't bring in the biggest profit, probably because my cost of goods was still a bit higher, and then factoring in the fact that I needed to buy buttons, not that they were expensive, but it does still eat away at your profit. So I listed them at $60. 44 days later, someone sent an offer for $45. They had not gotten a lot of attention, so I went ahead and accepted. I paid $23.21. That left me with $12.79. So not great. I do think Good American I would pick up still. I would probably try to pick it up for a lower cost of goods, and probably in like pristine condition, so I don't have to have an additional factor in that cost of goods. Number 4. This was a really cute jacket and it was priced too high, and I kind of knew it was priced too high, but I wanted it anyway. So I think it was from Savers and it was a day when I wasn't walking out with much and I just wanted something, and I really liked it, but it was priced at $24.44. I still made a profit, which was great. I made $9.84. I'd prefer that number to be higher, which means I would either have to source it lower or sell it higher, and it sold at what I feel like was a reasonable price. I listed it at $75, knowing that I had paid probably more than I should have for it 8 days later. Someone sent me an offer for 45, and I think someone else had theirs listed for like 50 days. It might have been, I think it was a different size, but I didn't want to be that person that had it listed for 50 days. So I just went ahead and accepted, took the $10, ran with it. I'm glad it was only 8 days. Number 5. This I ended up getting at a Goodwill, and it is by the brand J. Crew. It's the downtown field jacket, and it's just this really cute green color with the gold snap buttons. I listed it at $45. In 3 days, I got an offer on eBay, maybe for $40, because they ended up paying $48.65, including shipping. My cost of goods were $5.99, so I profited $27.78, which was great. I did include measurements on this piece, and then maybe, I don't know, a couple days after they received it, they did submit a return request for this based on size. And on eBay, I don't accept returns unless something's my fault. If I like missed a stain, or something was altered and I didn't notice, or something that was like my fault, I'll happily accept a return. But this one, I had included the measurements and they just didn't check them, which I don't do that also, so like I get it, but I wasn't willing to accept the return, so I did deny it. That was the first time I've denied a return request. The last 2 times something had been my fault, which I definitely own up for. But I was hoping this didn't like affect my eBay standing. I haven't really noticed anything, so I'm hoping I'm still in good standing with eBay. As I was like denying the request, it was like, we definitely recommend you accept the request. And I was like, no, like I'm not okay with that on this case. But yeah, I'm hoping that doesn't hurt me. So far, it hasn't seemed to, thankfully. Okay, next up, number 6. This is a Nordstrom Rack find from one of the sales. This was the $15 sale, actually, because I paid $16.10. That's my giveaway. This is by the brand that I had never heard of. It's called Sammy B. It's this long sleeve, like logo printed dress. And this sold in a bundle. I listed it at $80. 59 days later, someone bundled, oh gosh, how many items? Maybe 4 items, I don't quite remember. But this was one of them. So it came out to selling at $55, and that left me with a profit of $26.40. This brand, I saw that it was kind of worn by, I think it was Beyonce and Nicki Minaj. And it wasn't this exact piece, but it was this brand. So I did decide to give it a try just to see how it would do. Yeah, I think I picked up 2 or 3. I think 2 of this dress in different sizes, and the other one has yet to sell. And I don't think they're getting a ton of attention, so I'm not so sure I'd pick it up again if I came across it. And actually thinking about it now, I did come across it probably the last 2 or 3 times I went to Nordstrom Rack, and I did not pick it up just because it hasn't been a quick seller by any means. Next up, number 7. This is from the same sale, so $16.10 cost of goods. It is this Free People Movement pullover, and it had these like silver snap buttons down the collar. It was a really like loose fitting, flowy shirt. It sold via offer on Mercari. So I had listed it at $70. Someone sent me an offer for $55. I felt that was reasonable. I profited $31.30, and it was 66 days after listing. Number 8. This one was a super fun find for me. I love finding the Patagonia Chinchilla pullovers. It was this black and white print, and then it had like pink trim. So I thought it was super cute. I found it at Plato's Closet. They had it listed, or they were selling it for $21.63. I felt that was reasonable. I thought I could get a good return on it. So I listed it at 100. I did feel like this was probably a little high, but I wanted to shoot high to give myself room to send offers or to accept offers if someone else sent me them, which is what ended up happening. So after 17 days, someone sent me an offer for 70. With this person, I do remember like haggling a little bit. I think they were lower, and then we kind of ended up on 70. I was okay with this, and she was like super thankful that I was willing to haggle with her. So yeah, I think we both won in this case. My profit ended up being $34.37. I am thankful for that. Number 9. These are also Everlane, as well as the next 2 items. So lots of Everlane. These are the high ankle glove boots in this toffee color. Super pretty find. I do think on this round of liquidation, I spent too much per pair of shoe because my return wasn't very high. I think I got them like they weren't on sale or anything. They had just like listed them, and I was excited and got them. I paid $45 per pair of shoe. I think I got 10 or 20. I don't remember now. Which was a bit much. So I listed them at 110. After 10 days, someone sent me an offer for 70. I'm trying to remember if these had any type of flaw on it. You'll see it on the screenshot. There might have been one small flaw on these, if I remember correctly. And someone sent an offer for 70. I thought that was reasonable. My cost of goods were 45, which was too much, but that's okay. Which left me with $11. So glad I made a profit. Would like to see more. Number 10, another Everlane glove boot in the color Bone. These were part of that bundle sale. I was happy to see like that Sammy B dress go, and I'm trying to remember what else was in the bundle, but there was a couple that I'm like, I'm just happy to see those go. So I will give you kind of like whatever price you want. So I think I ended up doing 30% off of the bundle price, which was totally reasonable because I had already sent out 30% off offers on each individual item. And she messaged me saying like, hey, can you do 30% off on this bundle? Because I want all of these, which was great. So super happy to do that. I had listed them at 100. They sold for 70. It took 10 days with my cost of goods being $45. That only left me with $12.50. So not the best there, but happy to see them go. Number 11. So these are not boots. These are the, this is the cashmere polo in black, also by Everlane. This style and also the fact that it was cashmere, I think really helped it out. I listed it at $120. In 2 days, I received an offer for $75. I did feel like I could have held out for a little bit higher, but I was also just super happy to have a quick flip. So I went ahead and accepted. I paid $14. That left me with a $46 profit. So that was amazing. Could I have gotten maybe, I don't know, $20 more? Maybe. But again, 2 days, I'm happy to just take a quick flip like that sometimes. Number 12. These are by Good American also, same thing. I think this is the same one where I had to add a button. They are the Good Boy straight jeans, and I listed them at $100 after 44 days, which is same day actually, or same amount of time as the other Good Americans. Someone sent an offer for $75. I totally felt that was reasonable. I spent $23.21. That left me with $41.61. So much better return on these. Let's see. But they sold $30 higher than the other pair, so that would be why. Number 13. These are also Everlane. They are the Italian leather day heel in black. I listed them at $90 and they sold in one day, which was great. Someone sent an offer for $75. I didn't think that was too far off from asking. Again, cost of goods was too high on these. I spent $45, so my cost or my profit was only $15. But thankfully it was quick. It was a quick 15 bucks, so that part was good. Next up, so these are new. The brand is Buffy. They have like sheets, comforters, duvet covers, blankets. It's all your bedding needs. They are more of like a sustainable bedding brand, and they do have a following and really good reviews. So when this came up as a liquidation opportunity, I did take it. I must say that I took forever to list any of it because it sat in a pallet in my garage, which is shame on me. And then once I took out everything that was new in package and quick to list, and then the rest is still sitting in my garage unlisted. So shame on me. So if you do end up getting bedding, don't follow in my footsteps. Be quick to get it up. Yeah. So all that to say, it did end up doing well, at least this one piece. The other stuff isn't labeled, even though it's new in package. It doesn't say the material that it is, so I need to figure that out and get the rest of the new in package stuff up, and then delve into the palette for all of the not new in package stuff, which will be a lot of work, but that's okay. I can do it. And I will get to it soon. All that to say, this is the brand Buffy. As you can see here, it is the eucalyptus sheet set in cream, and this is for a queen. I listed it at $150, and then within 4 days, someone had messaged me saying like, hey, it's on sale right now and it's at this price. Would you do this price? And we went back and forth for a while. They were wanting it for significantly lower. Excuse me. But I think I had kind of reached my limit of what I was willing to go down to. They had reached their limit of what they were willing to go up to. So I think we were, I don't know, we might have been like $15 off from each other. And I waited like 24 hours or whatever just to see if they would accept, and they like weren't going to accept. So I ended up matching their last offer because I was like, I just want the sale and I don't want $15 to be the difference in not making the sale. So listed at $150, sold for $88, which is still a great return because I had paid $12.23 on this item. So that left me with a profit of $58.17. So thankful I matched that last offer and that they accepted. So good sale there. Number 15. This is the same as before. It's the Everlane Cashmere Polo, but in tan. This one I listed at $130, and within 6 days, someone sent me an offer for $91. I did accept, with my cost of goods being $14. I profited $57.08. Number 16. This was a Nordstrom Rack find. Super, super cute dress. There were actually multiples of this dress, and I only picked up one, and I kind of regretted that, but also like I have a history with this brand of it being hit or miss, so it's probably okay. It was probably a good choice, but it sold 63 days later, so not the quickest, but not the worst by any means. This is by the brand Mage, and it's this long sleeve sequin mini dress, and I thought it was a super cute dress for like holiday season, so glad it sold around that time. I listed at $180. Someone sent an offer for $95, and I took it. I paid $33.15. This might have been the 60% off the red tag sale, which left me with $42.85. Next up, another Everlane boot. So these sold really close to asking, which was great. This is the Everlane Boss boot in reknit, which I think it was just recycled knit material, and the color black. And I listed them at $110. And in 2 days, someone sent an offer for $100, just $10 off of asking. I accepted so quick. And I paid $45, so that left me with a $35 profit. That was a great profit. This is more of what I was looking to make. If I could make this like per shoe of the Everlane shoes, that would be great. Obviously I'm thankful for any income or any profit, but I do have limited space, so I want to prioritize those higher flips. Okay, number 18. This came from the $15 Nordstrom Rack sale. It is a piece that I let go for a very low price, which I'm glad it sold, but I wonder if I would have held out what I could have got. But this was end of November. So I was curious, okay, how long is it going to take to sell? Am I going to be holding on to it for another whole year before I get like a higher price, like more of what I was expecting to get and hoping to get? And I think that's why I ultimately accepted this offer, was like, I just don't want to hold on to this for a whole another year. And would that have been the case? I have no idea. Someone the next week could have bought it for a better price, but I'll never know. So this is by the brand Gani. It's this asymmetric summer weight blazer in this really pretty butternut color. Retail on this piece, you'll see it, I want to say it was like $6.95 or somewhere in there. And at Nordstrom, they had it listed still at like $300, so it was still like pretty high. I want to say $300, $350. And since it was the $15 sale, anything over $30 was $15 plus tax. So I ended up paying $16.10 for something that was priced at $300, which was great. I remember the cashier even like checked with another cashier, like, are you sure I'm supposed to sell it for this low? Like, that doesn't seem right. But anyways, great find, great piece. I listed it high. So I listed it at $400. So I was like, okay, if Nordstrom is pricing it at like $350, and I price it at $400, maybe someone will offer, I don't know, $300 or somewhere in there. That is what I was hoping to get out of it. But it was listed for 67 days. I had not received any offers. I don't remember number of likes on the item. I don't remember if it was high or not. I don't think it was getting a ton of attention. And I ended up looking, there was none other of this exact style or even this exact color. So I ended up just looking blazer sales in general from Gani, and it didn't seem like there were some that were high. There were some that were easily $300. And then there were a lot of them that were like $100 or some even lower than that. So I was like, well, okay, I'll just go ahead and accept it, move on. So it was 67 days later, someone sent an offer for $100. I think previously I had countered this person on this exact same item, and they ended up like just ghosting me. And then I think they waited a bit, sent a $100 offer again. I think I'm remembering correctly. And finally, it was like a while later, and I was like, I still have gotten no attention on this piece. I'm just going to accept. So I profited $63.90, which is amazing to profit on an item. Like, super thankful for that. It's more just like, this was such a good item. And thinking about that I let it go for $100 when Nordstrom was asking $300, sometimes I'm like, were they that overpriced? Or did I just like let this person have it for such a steal? So yeah, curious what you think. Would you have let it go for so low, especially after 67 days? This was end of November. Would you have like waited to see if it sold in December, January, or been like, yeah, that's okay? Anyways, just curious what you would do. Okay, number 19. We're getting there. These were a really quick sale, which was great. These came from Savers. They were in their like showcase section, so they were priced up, but they really weren't priced up for what they were, I thought. They are by the brand Fry. Fry mostly does well for me, I feel like. I definitely look up comps. There's definitely tons I don't pick up, but when I do pick them up, I feel like I usually am very happy with the results. So these are the men's Chelsea boots, the Bowery style, and I listed them at $150. And the same day, excuse me, someone sent me an offer for maybe it was $100, because on eBay with shipping they paid $114.30. These were a heavier item, so I feel like shipping could have easily been $14.30. And I accepted because it was such a quick flip. So I paid $26.19, and that left me with a profit of $56.93 on these. So would definitely repeat. Number 20. This is another Everlane sweater, new with tags. It is the cashmere square turtleneck in black, and super cute sweater. Thankfully, it did super well. I listed it at $120. In 4 days, someone paid full price. Didn't even bother sending an offer. I love that. I paid $14, so that left me with a profit of $82. Number 21. This boot, I swear I've talked about it so much. It is by Gani. It is the recycled rubber Chelsea rain boot in black. I listed it at $200, and I think a lot of people had sold theirs because I had concerns previously about it being oversaturated, and mine still sold pretty quick historically. I did take a little bit lower price just to keep things moving historically. But I think like this style just sells really well if you come across it. So I listed it at $200, and 5 days later I got an offer on Mercari for $130. I want to say they offered $120, and I was like, oh, can you come up just a little bit? And they agreed on $130. Previously, I think I sold the last 2 pairs for $100, so I was happy to get more for this pair. And then Mercari also has lower fees, so it was like a win-win on my end. I paid $46.07, so that left me with $66.66 on this, so would definitely repeat. Number 22. This took a long time to sell, and I am still kind of surprised that it took a long time to sell. So this is by the brand North Face. It is this down parka jacket. Really nice jacket. I did pay a lot for it because I thought like for sure it would do better. I paid $90 at TJ Maxx, and retail I want to say was $250, but I thought like, oh, with this being so nice, like someone would be happy to pay like $200 because it's discounted from retail, and it's such a nice jacket. I know I have like a North Face down jacket, and my husband has the exact same one, and it's our go-to if it's like cold outside, like Seattle, New York. Like it's almost like too hot. It's like so effective. And I've also worn it like snowboarding. It is just my favorite jacket, hands down. So I saw this and I was like, oh, this is a no-brainer. Like, yes, it's priced up, but I thought for sure someone would like get it. Which they did, but it took a long time. So I listed it at $170. I had relisted it multiple times. I want to say I probably had it at $200 for a while, and then probably like $190, $180, $170. The last time I had relisted it was at $170. It took 305 days to sell. Someone sent me an offer on Mercari for $140. And I was happy to move it and make a profit, because I was worried that if I did sell it, I was gonna like not make much of a profit with my cost of goods being $90. So I happily accepted at $140, which left me with $31.44. funny story, I had just taken it to a local buy-sell trade store because I was like, maybe they'll have better luck than I will. Like, it's new with tags. I haven't sold it in 305 days. So I took it to them, and I should have delisted it right away, like when I took it to them, but it was like a day later and I was behind and hadn't delisted it. And then I got the $140 offer, and I was like, I have to go get that item. Like, I just have to. And I hate to be that person. So I like called them and was like, how does it work to get an item back that's on consignment? And went and picked it up and got it back and threw it in a package and dropped it off at the post office, like before I even came home. Because I knew they would price it high, but I think I would have probably broke even if they sold it at the price that they had it, or maybe even lost a little bit. I would have recouped most of my money if they sold it at the price they had it listed at. So I was like, I just have to go get it. So I did. I am the person who hates returning things and like avoids confrontation at all cost. And this was not confrontational at all, but I was still like, oh God, I don't want to do this. So anyways, it ended up being totally fine. They were super easygoing about it. But yeah, from a business standpoint, I was like, I have to go with that. Number 23. So this is by the brand Everlane. This is the Renew Long Puffer in black. Super nice jacket. I listed it at $150, and 7 days later, just 1 week, it sold full price, which was great to see. My cost of goods were $24. That left me with $96 on this item. So great quick flip. Yeah, did super well. Could not be more thankful. Number 24. This also by Everlane, new with tags. Super cute cashmere turtleneck sweater. And it was what they called stroop waffle. So it kind of had like a waffle knit to it in this bone white color. I listed it at $150. 4 days later, it sold full price, which was great to see. Definitely recommend Everlane cashmere, especially specific styles. I think I only had one Everlane cashmere that I was like not getting a lot of attention, and I ended up accepting an offer that was lower than I would have liked, but it was still a great return. But it was like a pinkish reddish color, and it was very bright. The like neutrals I found have sold really well in like full price or like very reasonable offers. So highly recommend those. Let's see. I paid $14, so I ended up profiting $106, which is amazing. I would love to get to where my profits are higher per item, as I'm sure most resellers would. So yeah, that is a work in progress. Next up, number 25. This was such a pretty dress. This is by Show Me Your Muumuu. It's the Rome twist gown in this black luxe satin. So I found this new with tags at Goodwill. They had it priced at $20. I thought this was still a no-brainer because I know Show Me Your Muumuu is expensive, and then weddings are always happening. So I figured that it was a good idea, and surprisingly, it took a long time to sell. That I don't think I got any offers on it. I don't think there was a ton of attention. It also was like a size extra large, so I thought if anything it could be better. Maybe there was less plus size on the market. So I listed it, I want to say probably $180 originally, and then kept relisting it. The last time I had relisted it, it was at $160. 255 days after first listing it, it did sell full price, which was great. So great return, just took a long time to get it. So with selling at $160 and paying $20.67, I profited $107.33. So I would repeat, especially with Show Me Your Muumuu. I'm not sure what I could do differently to help it sell quicker. I think it just depends on style and demand. I mean, there's really not much to do on my end other than research as much as possible. Number 26. One more after this. So this dress is gorgeous. And it was another one that I was questioning, am I letting this go too low? And I'm basing that off of like kind of the expectations of when I bought it and when I looked up comps. And yeah. So this is Ola Johnson, and it came from, I think, the Nordstrom 60% off sale. It's this O-dial maxi dress with like these ruffles all down the bodice of the dress and then like the tiered skirt. It was so pretty. And it was like green. It just like screamed fall to me. Such pretty colors. And I listed it at $400. 63 days later on eBay, I got an offer, I think for $200. And again, 63 days is kind of more towards the 90, which is, I don't know. I was just ready to see it move. So it was 50% off of my original price, which is quite a bit, but I think I had already sent out like 40% off offers because this was around like Black Friday and stuff. So 50% didn't seem like that far off from offers I had recently sent. So I did go ahead and accept. With shipping, they paid $216.40. My cost of goods were $91.05. So I did profit $86.18. I am happy with that return. Again, it's another one that I'm like, this is a $700 dress and I'm letting it go for $200. Is that like me underselling it, or is that like really its value? It's just one of those instances where I was questioning my judgment a little bit, but I am happy it's gone. I'm happy with the return amount. Yeah, super pretty dress. Number 27. These I am so glad they sold because I paid way too much. These were from Nordstrom Rack, not during any extra clearance. So I bought these, when did I buy them? Must have been like July of 22. Yeah, this was before any like sale markdown, and they were priced high, but I thought they were so cute, and I knew fall was not too far away at the time, so I expected that they would do well. So I did pick them up. I paid $158.91, which, as I say that is like a lot for a pair of boots, even if they're Tory Burch. Thankfully, they still brought a profit. I had received some lower offers on these and I declined because I was like, I need to make a profit on these. I spent too much. Thankfully, they ended up selling full price. They did take a while. So I listed them at $300. They sold 113 days later. So longer than I would have liked, but that's okay. Especially because they sold for full price. With me paying $158, I profited $81.09. So I would definitely pick up Tory Burch boots again. I would not have such a high cost of goods because that's a lot of money to have tied up for 113 days. Yeah, so lesson learned there. And that is it for this one. So thanks for watching. Definitely give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and be sure to comment if you have any feedback for these videos, and yeah, subscribe so you don't miss the next one. I'm just cranking through all my backlog of videos here, so 2 more that will be shorter, because I don't know if it was the case for y'all, but December was a crap sale month, so they'll be shorter videos, but still worth watching because there are some good sales in there. So thanks for watching.